It just worked now. Okay. Well, we're live, but it's showing me not in the game. That's so weird. I wonder what happened there. You know what?
Oh my god, too much nostalgia. I need to send you this right now.
Is it just the YouTube song?
Yeah,
Play
like
it.
you could just search Age of War theme on YouTube.
No, yeah, send it to me through
I'll
Discord.
send it to Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll play it for the fans. Here, I'm gonna turn off
Cool.
the Mindustry sound. Okay, here we go. I gotta remember what this is. Age of War theme song. Oh fuck yeah! Oh man, I remember that.
Remember that?
Like I literally remember when it goes up and down. That's nuts. It's such a great song, and it just restarted over and over and over.
Yeah. I feel like it gets more intense at one point too.
Yeah, like drums, I think, or something. Oh yeah, there's like a drop coming right now. I should use this for the intro of all of my live streams.
That'll be sick.
It'll be pretty hilarious. Oh yeah, the flute like goes off. At like 40 seconds it is. 35, 40 seconds. Oh, it's about to drop again. Oh yeah, 50 seconds. Bro, it's so good. Actually such a good track. Alright, enough of that. That was too good. I almost feel like we should stream that game after.
Yo, I'm fucking down.
Can we do verses on that?
I think we just used to play versus computer.
I don't. Yeah, but okay. So, but could we go against each other? You think? I don't remember. We'll have to check it out.
I don't think so, but maybe.
Yeah.
We'll check it out.
Well, I got to do my intro. So, what's up, Wolfpack, and welcome back to another strategy gaming video. And I am Steel Alpha Wolf, and I'm with my very close friend. We've been friends since high school, so like over a decade or something crazy like that. Mani Said, who goes by what's your name on Steam? It's like Mani. No, what is it? ManiFresh.
ManiFresh.
It's a pretty fresh name. Pretty fresh name. Different names in different places, though. You actually would have seen him probably on my Call of Duty streams or videos as just Mani Said, actually, straight up, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that's my
very original. Very original. But anyway, so we're doing something really special today, and that was something a little bit daunting. I was like, oh man, so basically Manny's never played Mindustry. He only ever saw it on my stream and sort of heard me talk about it and so on and so forth. And he's like, yeah, like, maybe it's worth checking out. And the fact is, it's $6 and like 75 or 69 cents or something, right? And so it was just like, hey, well, let's give it a shot. And then I was like, yo, this would be hilarious to do, or fun actually, to do sort of a whole campaign reset for me, who's experienced, and with Manny, who knows pretty much nothing about it other than it's a tower defense. And so it'd be a really cool opportunity for new players who've never heard of Mindustry to maybe actually see what it's like to both be a beginner and also see someone who knows the more advanced mechanics of the game together. So that's what we are doing today. Manny, what you're going to have to do in the game is go to campaign. And when you go to campaign, you should see a planet.
Yeah.
So the planet this is basically the entire campaign map in a sense, and it's not linear. And basically what it is you have these zones, and you, at the moment, in this point in the game, everything's locked except for one. It should be called Ground Zero. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Cool. So
Just
go.
lowering the volume a little bit because it's a tad loud. All right, cool.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to put my volume back up. It's like super blank. Give me a second here. Boop. There we go. Give me that. Yeah, so once you're in Ground Zero, and actually I'm going to put my music down a little more because I can't hear you too well. So click the map and then do launch.
Launch, okay.
And it should land you in there.
Ooh, I'm on this.
Yes, sir. So now from there, what you should be able to do, I hope, is press escape. Yeah, there you go. So press escape. And then do host multiplayer game. And then once you do that, it should ask you if you want to or not, and say yes.
Okay.
And then it should say invite.
Use invites. Are you sure you want to make your game public? Yes. Invite friends. Invite. Invite sent.
There we go. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, there you go. Play game. So, assuming all goes well, I should be here. There we go. Yo, what's up, dude? What's up, bro? All right, so welcome to Mindustry. So one of the really cool things about this game that makes it interesting in terms of multiplayer or not is if you're multiplayer, you can't pause the game. If you're single player, you actually can pause it and do your designs and everything, and then unpause it and build it. So multiplayer becomes very much harder because of that. But what you're going to do, and what people watching this, if this is your first time, you would do, you see on the left, it should be telling you that conveyors move items from drills into other blocks. This is basically the tutorial, this first map. So you see that on the left there, the conveyors?
All I see on the left is scroll to zoom in or out. Oh,
okay, so that's your next thing you gotta, yeah, that's the first step. I already zoomed probably, is why it skipped that for me.
Move near the copper ore and click it to mine ore.
Yeah, so that's a manual thing to do. And then it'll tell you about drills and so on. So I'll let you kind of go through the tutorial a little bit. Okay. Maybe read it out loud if you want to be super cool.
Sounds good. Select the drill tab in the menu at the bottom right, then select a drill and click on copper patch to place it. Okay, so drill. Mechanical. Ah, okay. Perfect. So okay, I placed a drill, it looks like. Conveyors move items from drills into other blocks. Select the conveyor from the distribution tab.
Yeah, so you'll see for now you have very little things that you can use. Obviously, you have 2 different conveyor type things, 1 turret and 1 drill. But that will become a lot more later on.
Okay. Does it matter where I do this right now?
Yeah, so great question. So basically how it works, right, is it doesn't matter where you put it. As long as it's touching the drill, resources will come out of it. So see right now there's a yellow, orange. It means the drill is full and there's nothing to take it out. Whereas up here, see these ones are green. That means that it's emptying and it's active. Now there's other times where it's red, but we won't see that in this case. But red means it's inactive completely.
Oh, okay, cool. I see how it is now.
Yeah.
So I want to bring it to that. Oh wait, I want to probably bring it down and around, right?
To the core, basically. So that's what I'm just generating for us some copper so we can have some when we need it. But yeah, so copper is like the most basic resource you need it all, like most of the time. And what's really important, you see this line here, it's full, right? Like if you do what you do, you won't get a single copper into it because it's full. You see that?
Ah, cool.
So you always have to kind of manage your lines and make sure that they're not overflowing or overfilled, I guess, so that you're being optimal with your resource gathering, basically.
Wow, why do you have so many coming? Oh, wow, okay, the mother one over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I just figured I'd start getting us some...
Did you just make this right now?
I made it earlier, yeah. Oh, we're actually getting attacked right now.
Oh, shit. Okay. Place turrets around your base.
Oh. So we can fight with our ship, but it's extremely weak. Ah, fuck.
Whoa.
You got me.
There
You focus on the campaign, I'll focus on our survival.
Turrets
There we go.
defend your base. And then use turrets, repair ammo in this case. Okay. In this case, copper. Use conveyors and drills to supply. Okay, cool. Skip that. Use the research button to research new technology.
Yeah, so that's
technology.
Well, it's you'll see that tree gets massive later on, which is really cool. Oh shit, we don't have walls yet. So those of you watching this for the first time right now, so that we don't die, I'm building up some basic defenses up here, so then I can go back to focusing on supporting Manny.
Okay, looks like my tutorial's over because it's not giving me any more tips.
Could be, because it's basically like ground zero is pretty simple. It's literally like you got level 1 tower, level 1 walls. Like there's not much to it. but I will show you, because this is one of the really cool things that's different from other tower defenses. Is most tower defenses, when you have a tower, it just shoots. In this tower defense, towers require ammunition that you actually load into them, right? And so what's cool too is that each tower can actually have different kinds of ammunition that have different abilities to them, in a sense. Cool. So depending on the ammunition you put on it, it will fire in different ways.
Okay, so you're building walls right now?
Yeah. So basically the AI will naturally go to where there's the least resistance. And so right now it's going to pivot and go down here because I put no wall right over here. But that's also where all the turrets are.
Okay, cool. That guy just got destroyed.
Totally. Yeah, so let's go back to the base stuff, because that'll survive for long enough that we don't have to bother with it. So yeah, so like when you have all these patches of copper, what I used to do until I started playing multiplayer is try to like cover every patch perfectly and get as much as I could. But I realized that like what's just better and faster is like, I'll show you sort of a quick, easy, like how I would design this.
Okay, is our resources shared?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So see this.
Ah, wow, awesome.
And in fact, this could be better. So see, it's like 1 lane to 2 lanes of drills, right?
Got you.
And then it all generates in from there. Now, one thing that is good to know is when there's a single patch like this versus 4 patches like this, when there's 4 like that, that generates a lot more than 1. Literally 4 times as much.
Okay, cool.
So you always want to get like as much good like ore patch coverage. So
How do you
that's like,
delete them? Because the tutorial's not really saying much to me right now.
yeah, sure. So to do that, it's right click. And you can right click and drag to delete a bunch of stuff at once.
Cool.
So you can try that if you want. It's not like it's permanent.
Okay, I'll just delete this for now.
You can even delete snowballs.
Get out of here, snowballs.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
cool.
now you'll see these ones aren't going on a conveyor, so they're going to overfill and then they're going to stop. So we're going to put the conveyors back and voila. So that's copper.
Cool.
The only other thing on this map, well, okay, so here's what's cool. So, oh shit, this one's not even connected. Wow, let's get it. Boop. So copper is again, it's necessary for every beginning thing, and later on in the game you don't end up using copper much. But if you go to your research tree,
Yep.
what I like about this game, again, that's really cool, is that the research tree only ever limits you or lets you research to certain points where you have to get new things to be able to research more. So what I mean is, you'll notice that, like, for example, actually, have you researched anything in your tree yet? I don't know if we have a shared tree. I don't think we do.
I don't know if I have or not. Like I see sand, lead, and water under copper.
Okay. And then the rest of your tree, do you see like, you should see, if you go all the way to the left, you should be able to, above conveyor, get junction and router.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can unlock router.
Cool, so do that. Yeah, so we don't have the same research tree, which I think
Okay,
makes
cool.
sense.
So I just unlocked router. That's pretty cool. So I guess we could kind of we can both specialize in different things.
No, so we're gonna unlock everything at the same time for sure, because we want to both be able to build the same stuff and do because sometimes often it'll be like, okay, you go get lead, I'll go get copper, or you go set up the defenses, I'll make sure we get resources, or like all that kind of stuff. So you can kind of be a little bit all over the place at the same time.
Cool.
Yeah. So this here, actually, you're gonna get a notification.
Game, by the way.
You're liking what?
Cool. I'm liking the simplicity of it.
Yeah, that's what's really interesting, is that there's a simplicity to it, and then it gets more and more complex over time, which is really what's fun, is that gradual complexity makes it that it's not overwhelming. And that's what's like really key.
Awesome.
So, okay.
Production stopped over here.
Well, so it stopped, but only because the turrets are full of ammo. So watch, you'll see actually, as soon as they start shooting with this guy coming up here.
I see they're leading to the turret.
Exactly, so that'll fire, and then they'll start going in to refill them, and then it'll stop again. Right?
Cool.
And so because like we're not in a position where we need copper desperately, like, because what you can do, and this is what's cool too, so if you go, actually let's do this first. I'm just gonna get this lead. So this purple stuff is lead, so it's a different resource.
Okay.
And I'm going to start collecting that for us.
And that works the same way. You just install the mechanical drill and then.
Yeah. And you'll see, so you'll see later on that there are some resources that require a higher level drill to be able to cultivate from. So we'll find things like titanium, what else? Thorium, things like that. They require different drills.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why this is here. So this lead, what's cool about this, so again, if you go to your research tree, you'll see that there are other things available, but if you don't click on it and you just hover over it, it shows you, okay, you need this much copper and this much lead to research this.
Yes. Actually, I see the red ones that have question marks.
Yeah, so there should be, if you go back to router.
Research titanium, research silicone.
Yeah, if you go further to the left, there should be router. Yeah, so for example, above router, there should be distributor, sorter, and bridge conveyor.
Ah, okay, I see it. I see it now.
Yeah, so those, they require amounts of lead or amounts of this or amounts of that, which, yeah, that's what you would go to collect and then be able to develop. Now, what's interesting, I wonder how it works for me. Because I'm on your campaign, it seems like I can't take your resources for my research. So sad.
Oh, so I control what we research essentially.
Maybe. Give it a shot. See if you can buy the bridge conveyor. I don't know if it's actually going to allow me to.
Bridge conveyor. Okay, I bought it.
Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. It just did it for me too. Okay, that's awesome. So, interesting. Cool. So here's what's really cool. So bridge conveyors are very, very good. So come check this out where I am right now. By the way, you can always see where I am by that little yellow indicator. If ever we're out of each other's range. Yeah, so you go to that. So check this out. So you see this drill here in the top right? It's not reaching a conveyor, and there's no way for it to do so because, see, if I were to put one here, it can't go anywhere, right?
Got you.
So what's cool is a bridge conveyor creates a bridge. So loads into this one and comes out of this one.
Nice. No wasted space.
Yeah. Now notice it's getting clogged up, so what I'm going to do is actually just add another lane so that it doesn't get clogged up.
Oh, okay, and I see the router separates them.
Exactly. So router is quite literally what the word means. It routes in a sense, and it routes in whatever direction it's touching. So that can also, yeah, you'll see why that becomes sometimes very annoying. But and then you have this here, which is a junction. So basically, what it does is this top lane is skipping over the middle lane and going to the bottom lane. The right lane is skipping over the middle lane and going over to the left. So it's kind of like a mini bridge almost, you could think of it.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, and you'll see these kinds of things start to apply later on, you'll see for sure. All right, so for now, the only other reason there's worth doing anything other on this map other than finishing it is to fully saturate it. So what that means is basically, like I said, what's cool, another cool thing about this game is that even if I'm not on this map, it will continue to collect resources for my research tree.
Wow.
Right. Awesome. So that's why when you get on a map, typically you want to saturate it as much as you can, so that even while you're not here, or quite literally, you know, while you're on other maps and so on, it's still generating resources for your research tree, so you can further your research.
That's sick. So it's worth it to pretty much fully complete the map.
Exactly.
Other than to continue moving on. And
exactly.
Okay. Should I plant some drills on this copper field here?
Copper, or if there's, I don't think there's any more lead anywhere, eh? I think that's it.
Oh, no, I found some lead.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nice, yeah. So that would be more valuable to us. This here, actually, this is not lead, this copper, this is scrap. And scrap is, for now, completely valueless. It's scrap. But later on, what's really cool about scrap, very unique about it, is it can be turned into many other things, which is really cool. All right, so let's do this. Now, what I'll get you to do, because we do have a good amount of resources, is go back to your research tree and buy everything you can. There should be quite a few things you could buy, preferably the things on the left, because those are routing type things.
Okay, so I'll buy the distributor, I'll buy the sorter.
Yeah.
Overflow gate, inverted
Yes.
sorter as well.
Yes. Especially
And
overflow. Overflow is great.
underflow gate as well.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, you'll see it'll stop you at some point because you need like to get to a map or you need to find a new resource or so on and so forth.
Cool. So the only things left that I can unlock are on the right hand side, and it's copper wall and scatter.
Yeah, so you want to get those. You should also be able to get graphite press, maybe? I don't know if you can see that yet.
I don't see any more locked. Those, well, unlocked. So I just got. Oh, okay, yeah. Copper wall. Scatter. Oh no, I don't have enough lead for that. Okay, so let me build some. Oh my god, we have so many routing.
Yeah, coming to the base.
I don't know what these are.
It's called spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, you'll see. Like once you get like far into the game and you're just trying to get shit over to places, it becomes just like a spaghetti of conveyors, or conveyor spaghetti is what it's called. So now at the top left, you see it says wave 8 of 10, wave in X amount of time. Once we get to the completion of wave 10, no more waves will come, and we will have completed this map, and we can move on to the next one.
Cool.
Now, what's really cool is later on like the maybe third or fourth map, there actually starts to be enemy bases where not only are there waves coming in, but they actually have a base that you have to kill to win. It's not waves. It'll keep, the waves will actually only get harder over time until you kill the base.
Okay, cool. That sounds fun. You want to come help me out here? I'm not sure what I should do with this.
Well, so now you're gonna want to bring it all the way home. So you just like drag it all the way. So I'll let you finish it, but yeah, you just want to just keep dragging it all the way home, and not have it cross with something that's already over full. So what you could actually do is put it into this one right here, because this one's like half full. Okay. So this would be okay. And there you go. It's pretty well saturated.
Okay, and it all leads to this home base here. That makes sense.
Exactly. And what you'll see down the line, and it's not a problem yet because we only have 2 resources, it's not a big deal, and we're not trying to do anything with it. But later on, you typically never want to actually cross resources like this in a single lane. Usually, because you're doing things with them. So like either, actually, for example, if you go to the research tree, and there's a graphite press, I think. Did you say you saw that, or you don't? It's in the middle, above the drill. You might not see it though.
No, I don't see anything in the middle.
So that'll be the next map. So, but what's cool is that, yes, there's these resources you can take from the ground, but then you can take these resources, put them into different kinds of factories, and create new resources. And we're going to see that on the next map.
Okay, cool.
So this one, wave 9 of 10, are we? Why can't I? Oh, you can skip. So at the top left, there should be a little arrow.
Within the research tree?
No, sorry. So when you're on the map at the top left, yeah, there you go. So that just skips the wave, and then we can get out of this place.
Cool. Scatter. Cool. I have everything unlocked now.
Nice. There we go. So sector captured. Boom-de-day. So now what you can do as the owner, I can't do it because I'm in your game, but what now, so next to the research tree, you see planet map?
Yeah, planet map.
So now you'll see that we own ground zero. It belongs to us in a sense, and there's nothing competing with it. And you'll see down the line, if there's an enemy base touching it, it will try to take it back from you. But we don't need to worry about that for now. So now, if I think if you roll the planet to the right, you should see something forest. I don't remember what it's called.
Let's see.
What's it called? Frozen forest, I think. Frozen forest.
Grounds. I see another ground zero.
No, that would be the same
frozen
one.
forest.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I see.
So now, so when you click that, it should say launch, I think, or something like that. Like you.
Yeah.
But before that, so click resources.
Is that back out on the other screen?
No, on the map. So when you're on the map and you click the octagon or whatever it is, it should say something to do with like if you click launch or before you click launch, it should say something. It should say resources somewhere.
I don't see it. Tree, core database, no. So like I'm hovering over frozen forest.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle, I see a little like base thing that looks like a base.
Yeah.
Threat level, frozen forest, tech tree on the right, and back bottom left.
I wish I could see your screen. Here, give me a sec. What I'll do is I'll actually quit out of your game and go into mine and see what it would look like.
Okay.
So yeah, you click on it. Okay, so you click on it, you click launch. There you go. So you click launch, then you should see resources.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I see it now.
So then when you see resources, so this is what's really, again, really cool. So I'll actually get you to back up for a second. And when you go to a spot, you're gonna see a little yellow line going from ground zero to frozen forest. You see that?
Yeah, I do see that.
Sort of like shining on and off, on and off. So basically what that's telling you is you are literally launching from ground zero to frozen forest. And so you can bring resources from ground zero to frozen forest. Right, so that's what that resources tabs is. Depending how much you have back home, you can pull that into this map to start with. So instead of starting with like 100 copper, we can start with 2,000, 4,000, right? And so it lets us like kick off really strong. So now I'm gonna need you, or can I invite myself back in? I don't know if I can. Launch game. Yeah, I need you to invite me again. So basically what you'll do is launch resources. When you click on resources, click on max.
Just invited you. Okay, let's see. So planet map. I go on frozen forest, launch,
and resources, and then do max.
Of all 4 resources?
Just click max, and it'll literally max it all out for you.
Awesome. Cool.
And then it should get you to launch from there.
So I'll go back, and then I can launch. Just check the resources one more time. They're maxed. Cool. Are you in the game?
Yep, I'm waiting for you to launch.
All right, launch. Let's go.
Pew. There we go. So this is map numero dos. And on this map, we have an important new resource. Very important. It's pretty much valuable, and like no matter how late game you get, is coal.
Yeah. Oh, coal.
So coal is pretty cool. That was terrible. But
dad jokes on point.
Oh yeah, sign me up. So I'm just gonna set this up to start. Super basic stuff.
What's scatter, by the way?
So scatter is an anti-air turret.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of range and does like, you know, flak cannons, like where it does like splash damage in the air. It's kind of like that.
Cool. And
so
Duo was the original one that you built?
Yeah, that's the little one. It shoots both ground and air, but it's short range. It's like your most basic turret, right?
Cool.
So yeah, so basically when you start every map, you always want to start like with your basic resources and move up. So our most basic resource so far is obviously copper, and then so we're starting to get that. Next thing would be lead, right? So you'd want to kind of look for some lead, which there's a couple spots. So if you want to build on that, either or, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to do something with our coal, and it should give you a notification any second now.
New content unlocked.
There you go. So every time you mine a new ore, it'll always be like, oh, you've discovered that. And it'll, if you open up your tech tree, which you don't have to do right now, but if you did, it'll show you new stuff.
Okay, let's see, tech tree.
So now you should be able to open the graphite press, silicon press, and all those things.
Yeah, graphite press I see here, as well as combustion generator.
Yes. So for sure you want to get graphite first, because graphite is going to be the first factory that we have, and I'll show you something that makes this game to the next level. So actually, you should probably take that up here.
Oh, yeah, I just realized that.
Yeah, because me, I'm going to somewhere where there's some space, because I need space for a factory.
Okay. Good.
And you should get another notification.
New content unlocked. Sorry, so I wasn't 100% paying attention. So that's when you mine a new substance?
Yeah, so every time you get a new mineral or liquid or anything that is, yeah, I guess you call it a substance, basically,
Okay.
you'll get a notification that says, oh, content unlocked. And with that, you can then do new research. Now, here's what I did. So you see this is the graphite press.
Yeah.
So if you go on your little build menu, and you go to the, it looks like a factory. It's like two triangles and a chimney kind of thing. It's below your conveyor menu, basically. And you should only see the graphite press at this point.
Yes. Okay, I see it.
So this is where all your factories will be, and that screen will eventually be full. But for now, it's only a graphite press. So now what's cool, if ever you don't know what something does or needs or this or that or whatever, you can click it on the menu, and then it'll show you, okay, graphite press, copper, lead, it'll tell you what it's worth, and then there's a question mark. If you click that question mark, it'll show you all the information you need to know about whatever that is. And I'm just realizing that I want to go put up a defense while we're talking here.
So essentially, if I click on the graphite press,
yeah, and then just above your menu where you did click on it, so that same menu, but just above it, it should show you, it should read graphite press, and then there should be a question mark. So click that question mark.
For me, it just says health. Like, oh, well, I just hover over it and it shows graphite press and health.
Health, that's strange. Well, did you click graphite press? Oh no, sorry, not on the actually on the ground. I mean, like in your menu, your build menu.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I see that now.
Cool. So now click the question mark.
Compresses coal into graphite.
Yeah, and so it'll, like, this is where things start to get interesting. Is it more specifically? It says input output, right? So input 2 coal to spit out 1 graphite. So that's how that works. So basically, when that happens, when you have that, then that's what it does in a sense. So I'll show you in a second. I just need to get us some basic defense here. Fuck, we're under that. You want to come help me actually real quick?
Yeah.
Just see if you can fight off the guy that's coming from the north.
Where are you, big guy?
He's coming right up to me right now. Oh shit.
Oh, I'm behind him.
Don't get too close to him. He's a close range flamethrower. Don't fuck. Ah!
I'm missing everything.
Yeah, it's hard to hit with the ship. You're not usually supposed to use your ship. That's what the towers are for. And there's a velocity change. So like depending on the direction you're going, your bullets go in that velocity as well. So that's why it's also hard to hit typically. Die, motherfucker. Oh. It's like, come at me, bro.
Is that his health, the thing flashing?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. It did touch us. That's unfortunate. Not a big deal.
So I guess his goal is to kill our core here?
Yeah, so they literally just beeline our core.
Okay.
So,
cool.
And then if they kill it, we lose pretty much everything.
Gotcha.
It's choppy for me. Give me a second. I want to see. Okay, cool. We're good. All right, so let me bring this on over here. So I'm basically doing like what I did on the last map, which is just bringing resources over to our towers. And I'll get you to do the defense next time, but just because we're still learning a bunch of stuff, I'll just do this real quick. So
should I unlock pyrite mixer or silicone smelter?
So you can, but we won't be able to do anything with them now.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not really a big deal. The combustion generator is actually worth it, and then from there a bunch of things will unlock, and those will actually be more useful. They'll be like the mender and things like that.
Cool, so I unlocked combustion generator, and now I see power node above it.
Yeah, power node, and then after that there should be mender, I think.
Yeah, battery as well?
Yeah. So now we're starting to get a look at energy or power. So some things take power and some things do not. For example, the graphite press does not take power, and I'm going to show you that in a second. I'm just going to bring this over. So this is the graphite press. So as you can see, coal is going in, and if I put a thingy, graphite comes out. See?
Ah, nice.
Now, and that can come from like literally anywhere as long as it's coming out. But if I'm going into it, see, this one is going in, nothing comes out of it because I'm going towards it. Right, so that's a really important principle to how all this stuff works, is the direction it goes. Now, here's where the game gets really interesting. I'm going to show you something that's fun. So what I'm building right now is what's called a schematic. And a schematic is pretty much a blueprint. So it's a saved blueprint that I use 99% of the time. Right?
Wow, so this is 5 graphite presses.
It's 4 presses, and then this is a distributor. What this distributor does, and we might actually need it, I'll show you why we might need it, is it's actually exactly like a router, but 4 times bigger. So what it does is it allows me to feed into it however much I want, basically, however many I want, and then it distributes out as much. So the reason that I do that is because I can get more coal into this little facility faster this way than if I had only 1 lane going in.
Okay, so that's why I use it over the distributor.
Yeah, exactly. I use it right next to the underflow and the other stuff. So I'm not going to get too much into that, but what's really interesting about this is what you can do is if you hold F, you see a little square, a little yellow square, drag it while you're holding F, and then drag it over something like anything for now, like conveyors or whatever you want, doesn't matter, and then let go of F.
Oh, duplicated.
Yeah, it copies it.
Awesome.
So now what you'd really want to do is and this is what, I didn't build this, for example. This schematic, this what you're looking at right now, I didn't actually create this. I copied this from someone else. And so what I do, or what you can do, is you press F from the top left corner or top right corner, sorry, of the graph, like right here. You want to put like your little square over here, and then drag it to the bottom of where the distributor is.
Oh, and then you can save it.
Exactly. At the bottom, you see Save Schematic, and then you name it. So you could just call it Graphite, right? Or Graphite Press, Graphite Facility, Factory. Like, it's up to you. It doesn't matter.
Graphite Factory is what we'll go with.
Biome.
And
and then
now it shows the price. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so then what's cool is now anytime you want graphite again, which is going to be literally every map, you press T for template, right? So when you press T, it shows you all of the schematics you've saved so far, all the templates you have, everything. And for now, you only have 1, so, that's that. But down the line, like, I have, like, probably 100.
Oh my god.
And so you search them by, like, okay, graphite. You start typing graphite, and it pulls it up for you.
Gotcha.
So what I'll do is I'll actually delete this one and let you put it in yourself.
Cool.
Using the template. So press T, pull it in, and then place it so that it fits well with this exact section.
Cool. So nickel.
Yeah, you got it.
And then you press E on each thing. Oh, okay. I see what it's doing.
Yeah, it does it on its own. Yeah, E stops your building. It just literally stops you from building, which can be useful sometimes when, let's say, you're building a tower and the enemy's like in your face. You're like, oh shit, I gotta stop building and I gotta go do something else. You can press E to like stop yourself in a sense.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna actually set something up here so we don't have to even come back here.
What's this little like yellow bar on top of my guy's head?
That's just telling you to come to where I am.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, wherever that points is where I am.
Look like in WoW when they have a quest for you. Like.
Oh yeah, totally.
Mark above their head.
Okay, so now let's do something else that's fun, and that's really cool. So we're gonna do something similar to what we just did. Are you kissing me, bro? We're making out. Is that what's going on? Damn.
That's just ADD. Just going in circles.
So what we're gonna do is
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, I see a red line. Does that mean there's an enemy up above?
Correct. Yeah, that's where the enemies are.
Oh, 2 enemies.
Yeah, they crazy, bro. All right, so
Hey, cray.
check these out. There. Okay, so this is a fun thing that, again, is really cool about the game, is that resources can be used for many different things. So for example, coal can be used for energy generation and graphite. So what I'm doing here is I'm putting my coal and graphite, my coal to go into graphite and if there's overflow, the overflow gate, which I'll explain later, it also goes down this other lane and pushes into the combustion generator, which creates power and is generating these batteries. So now why that's cool is I'll show you the thing you just got, the mender. So I'm going to connect this. This is power. These are power nodes basically, and they connect. And so I just connected this to 2 menders up here, and now it's healing our walls.
Wow.
So it makes it that you don't have to like come back all the time and be like, oh shit, I gotta delete my walls and recreate them to get them back to full health. Instead, you can just put healers down and it'll keep it well maintained. Now the other thing is, like I said earlier, remember, turrets use ammunition, but ammunition can change from one turret to another. So graphite is actually much more powerful than copper. So I'm now going to use graphite for our turrets instead.
Okay. And what are we going to do with this excess copper that we have here?
We can route it back home if we want.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like I'll delete this, and then you can bring it back, kind of thing, and bring it all the way home.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like this. I'm liking this so far. It's cool.
Now, actually, here's a good tip for you. So you see how you went right over lead? Or actually not over it, but next to it.
Yes.
So you typically, and this is actually an even better example, the fact that you didn't actually go over it, you went right next to it. And that's a problem because if you go to put down drills, you're going to start spitting out lead onto your copper line.
Okay.
So instead, yeah, you have the right idea. You're just going to bring it over somewhere else instead. But you can fit it through like this.
Right below. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. And this is all about just like lane efficiency, because again, if you had the lead going at the same time, you would end up hello. Yeah, there you go.
Why are you crossing my line?
I'm crossing you up, bro.
We're crossing streams.
Yo, tell me about basketball, bro. I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm like so pumped to get into soccer soon. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah. So basically, I had some friends who were renting out a gym like once a week, Wednesdays, 5
Cool.
to
They're
7.
already doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a little bit,
Cool.
but a few people backed out. Like 2 people, I think, backed out because I think one got a new job or whatever. So 2 spots opened up. So I joined, and Eric Lalonde, he's joined as well.
Nice. That's so awesome.
So it's pretty much the same 8 or 9 people every week.
Yeah.
Or is it like 10 people actually? We play 4 versus 4, and then we have 1 sub for 2 hours straight. So
That's awesome. 2 hours, yeah, that's gonna fuck you up when you're out of practice.
yeah.
Holy crap.
So I had to sub out pretty often, like the first week especially. Like I was like, okay, I'm about to puke. Get me out of here.
Yeah, I feel you, man. That's what it's been with my cardio workout I've been doing, bro. It's like terrifying. Like, holy crap. Right,
so I'm just really enjoying it.
Yeah, well, it's so good with all this COVID shit we had that we haven't been able to do anything.
I know, man.
Yeah, so I'm just generating more graphite because I know graphite is a resource we're going to need for the research tree. So I'm just sort of building up that economy, basically.
Okay. Cool. So I see the graphite coming through here. Awesome. So you're trying out for a soccer team?
Yeah, it's a legitimate league.
What?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, it's basically it's Metro League, but it's inherent because it's like older. It's basically intercity automatically, and so there's A, AA, and AAA, and so I'm just going for A or AA because I haven't played in years and I'm terrified.
For sure, he's back into it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I feel like I don't know. AAA is pretty serious, especially in soccer. Like it can be pretty scary. So I'm gonna try this first and see how that goes.
Awesome. You must be excited, my man.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm really trying to get my fitness back up, my cardio back up. Because it's that I'm sure that and what's also cool, I'm thinking to myself too, like everybody else is probably pretty crap on their cardio too because of COVID. So I'm like, all right, I'll have a pretty big advantage potentially.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see.
Cool. So when does that start? When's the tryout?
So they haven't. Here, 1 second. There we go. It's not confirmed yet, but it's supposed to be this month, which is what's a little bit daunting as well. Is that like it's not confirmed yet, but it's coming up.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be this month, and yeah, just because of how much they're like reacting and all that, and it's not even their fault. It's just the reality of COVID. They got everybody's like basically registration fees before they even got onto the team, just so that the moment the teams are decided, they don't have to, like, you know, get your identification and this and that and so on. They can literally start games the next day.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be like tryouts 1 week, and then maybe literally that same week we might have a first game kind of thing, which is pretty nuts. So I'm really, really excited. Why
So
is this
cool.
not...
By the way, what's the pneumatic drill? I don't see anything coming out of it.
Yeah, it's actually because it's not ours. So pneumatic drill is what our second drill is going to be, which you will eventually be able to do. And to make the pneumatic drill, so the mechanical drill only costs copper. Pneumatic drill, which you don't see yet, costs graphite.
Cool.
And it generates resources faster and also gets higher tier resources. So you'll see that's what it will need for titanium. So at this point, we're pretty saturated on this map. You can start skipping waves. And then on the next level, I'll get you to create the defense. You might actually want to look at how I set up my defense, so you know what I've been doing.
The defense is up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the duos here, one line of duos, and the router, which is feeding them. Whoa, I'm getting hit.
Yeah, so the idea of a router, right, is that it spits resources in every direction that it's coming out of. And so if there's a router next to it, it'll route into the router and into the duo. Then the second one over, right, that one will route into the duo, into the next router. And then it does the same thing over and over till it gets to the end, and then it just stops. It stays full.
Cool, and you have the large copper walls defending the
Bullets.
duos.
Yeah, exactly. So that takes the hits. And there's no reason why you can't line up even like more of them, kind of thing, right? So just have like a little extra if you wanted.
Yeah.
So that's a way to do it. And you'll see later on we can get stronger walls and so on and so forth.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So you can skip the wave again. We're pretty much just going to skip to the end.
And I see you put walls here. Are you pretty much routing them in one direction?
Correct, exactly. Because same over here on the right. So that's what you always want to notice. Actually, that's a good point. Come over here. We're going off the map. You see there's a ring here?
Yeah.
So every map has this ring to tell you where the enemy will spawn.
Okay, gotcha.
So then once you figure out where that is, it's typically like one of the first things I do is like I'll put down my copper drills, then I'll go find the circle to see where they're going to come from. And then I create the funneling, if you will.
Yeah.
The routing. And then the defenses, and then there you go.
Okay, so they essentially follow the path of least resistance. Like
Exactly.
They know that they're going to have to break through these walls, so they're like, all right, we're just going to go this way.
Exactly, yeah. So now if I threw down, like if I did this, they might consider going the other way at this point.
Oh, I see what you did there. You left a little opening. Okay.
Exactly. So now they can they can pass through that. So they're like, oh, there's nothing in the way except their death.
Okay, cool.
All right. So keep skipping waves.
Oh, yeah.
I'll set up some more lead in the meantime.
Excuse me.
Shoot.
Is there anything else I could learn now that'll benefit us later on?
We'll take a look at the research tree. You might be able to get some more stuff. I'm not sure if you can yet. Let's see if you can.
See.
Like you should be able to get like the silicon, the pyrite, other things like that. There you go.
Cool.
Is there anything else on the right? Scorch, I think you can get.
Yep, Scorch.
Oh,
Arc.
did I just get it for you? Oh, there you go. Cool.
No, I just got it. And everything's fully unlocked.
Cool. So these are arc is cool because its ammunition is energy. So instead of having to load ammo into it, you just have to have power. So sometimes that's a good solution if you're like, oh, I don't have ammo nearby, but I have power. You can just do that. But it's sort of actually, I'll even just show you because it's kind of cool. We'll just throw it up here for fun. And it'll die, but we'll see what it does.
How do you do that connection that you just did with the power nodes?
Yeah, so if you click on the lightning bolt, the first one is called power node. And then what you do, so like come over here, for example. So you see when you drag it around, there's one that's got a purple square around it, or diamond, I guess. Yeah. That's telling you that it's going to connect to that from wherever you put it. So if you're in range, it'll go purple. If not, you won't. Now, to make it quick, instead of doing like, okay, click and then see again, click and then click, it's kind of like conveyors where you can actually just drag and drop.
Okay, awesome.
And it'll go to the distance, at the maximum distance of its linking, basically.
Cool.
The only time that doesn't work is when you're going over cliffs. So like, for example, if I'm here and I try to do that, well, obviously that cliff distance is too much. So I'd have to like add one here, for example.
Okay. How do you delete them so quick?
Just hold right click and then you create a square.
Okay, there we go. Cool.
Yeah, dag. Yeah,
Like
dig.
this, like this. Oh no way. So pretty much like that. And then delete them.
I don't see you doing anything. Are you doing something?
Oh wait, how come they're not building?
Oh, did you press E?
Okay, there we go.
Oh wait, come up. We'll see the arc die, but maybe we won't see it. Oh, there you go. Oh damn, you didn't really see it. Okay, let me put another one down. Ah! See, it shoots like lightning. That's kind of like a splash.
Okay, cool.
So like alone, they're usually not crazy powerful, but they're very powerful when there's like a lot of minions coming in. You just like put it down and it just starts like splashing all over the place. Especially because if there's a few of them, then you're just like bolting lightning. The other one is the Scorch, which is a short-range flamethrower, basically.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'll be able to demonstrate it. Let's see. Can I demonstrate it? Because I need coal for it. Oh, those are just bombers. They just self-destruct.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Okay.
I can get from here.
Sorry, say that again.
Really supposed to do our weapons ever get stronger, or you're not really supposed to use them?
No, exactly. That's the point. They're like a pathetic last resort. It's like you're better off just trying to emergency build something than try to like fight it off.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll get here on time.
So I see that the conveyor's jammed up right now. Is that because the ammo's full on the weapons?
Yeah, exactly. So something you can do, and this is one of my favorite buildings, is called the overflow gate. So it's in your conveyor menu, and it's sort of on the right there. So the overflow gate, what it does is it only, basically it lets everything through until there's blockage. Once there's blockage, then it goes out whatever side you tell it to. So it's great for this kind of thing, because then basically what we could do is we could bring this graphite back home, but because it's overflow, if our turrets are out of ammo, it'll send it up to the turrets before sending it back to base.
Got you.
Right? And the opposite.
So wasted, pretty much.
Exactly.
Cool.
So that's something we can route on back home, but let's skip the wave, and I want to show you the Scorch because it's actually pretty powerful.
Yeah.
See if I can get you a second one too. It's gonna light shit up. Oh, cool, and these guys are flamethrowers as well. Flamethrower versus flamethrower. See who wins. So, they're cool. They're fun. Yeah, I like Scorches. It's just that. And then, yeah, exactly. So what I'll do.
And then would I use the thing to jump over this?
Yeah, 100%. So you see how it's like stuck like that, or it's not moving? It's because it's full. So what you do is you put a junction.
Junction? Ah, I see. Got it.
Now what is cool is that the game does know that, like, okay, if I'm bringing, like you see, if you could just pull from the left over to the right, it'll just automatically put a junction for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it knows that, like, that's obviously what you're going to want to do.
Makes sense. Pretty slow at building, but I guess that takes time.
Yeah, exactly. So one of the hotkeys that's really simple. Basically, every menu is a number. So like your turrets is a 1, drills are 2, conveyors are 3, and then if you click 3 and then you quickly after that click another number, it basically selects menu and then selects item. So for example, the conveyor is 3-1. So if you click 3-1 very fast, it'll select it for you.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you can do that with literally everything. So like, for example, the duo turrets is 1-1. Boom, you put it down. The drill is 2-1. Boom, you put the drill down.
When I do 3, I can't select the conveyor though. Like when I press 3, it shows me. No?
Yeah, so do 3 and 1. we'll do 3-1 pretty fast. There's like a pace you gotta do that.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you don't do it fast enough, then it reverts back to looking for the menu instead of the item.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. How do I put this into the core? Because well, there is a bit of space.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where you're gonna want to find it. There you go.
Let's see if I did that right. Did I do that right?
Let me see. Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Junctioning all the way through, yeah.
Cool.
Now, personally, I would. That looks like it's it's flowing actually pretty well. So, actually, you know what? Here's a good. No, I'm not gonna show you in this
There's
example.
copper coming from the bottom. Oh, that's going straight into the core as well, I think.
From where? Sorry.
This. Like this one that I'm pretty much on. This line of copper.
Yeah, that's
Is that
going in.
going straight into the core? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, right from this one here.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Last wave. Let's start it up.
Do you ever like deplete the resources, or do they just keep coming?
No, they keep coming, which is actually really nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I get a little bit annoyed. Like the Rift Breaker, obviously love that game with my entire heart, but it is kind of annoying that the resources go away. You're like, fuck. Light them up.
Oh man, those are strong, man. They're destroying those guys.
Yeah, they can do a lot. Like the coolest thing to do with them is like a cone funnel. Like here, come up here. I'll show you like something you can do with them. Let's say they were. You can do something like this. And you just put scorchers on the sides of them, and they go through the tunnel and just get fired up, and it's just over. Yeah. So there's all kinds of like little builds you can do, kind of thing, which is fun. All right, so you can go back to the map. And so yeah, so this one's conquered, this one's done, and on the next one, I think we're gonna be able to make silicon, which is very valuable.
Let's see. Research. I can unlock the pneumatic drill.
Can you?
Yep. Should I do that?
Yeah, for sure. I didn't know you could do that.
Cool.
Oh, because we just finished the map, so you just got some new stuff. Yes, that makes sense.
Got you. Cool. So now planet map.
Yeah, pneumatic drill's dope. So see, pneumatic drill costs 10 graphite. Yeah, so now you're gonna go to the map, and you'll see a new one. I don't remember what it's called though.
Oh yeah, I see it here. The craters.
Yeah. Okay, I know that one. Yeah, so go for launch, do resources, do max, and rock and roll.
Launch. Let's do it.
All right, so this one, yeah, I remember this one. So okay,
step one, copper.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. I'll let you take the lead. I'll support you though, because like again, one of the things you can do on single player is you can pause it so the timer doesn't continue while you make your design. One of the things often too is like these drills are always going to be here, but that doesn't necessarily mean you need to put them there, right? Because they might get in the way.
True. So let's see, what would I do? Put like this, I guess.
Yeah, this map's tough because like all the resources are in the north, and there's only small columns to bring them in from.
How's this looking so far?
Almost perfect.
I'm blocking off a bit of copper. Is that a problem?
You're not. What do you mean by blocking off? Oh,
like,
you mean where you're putting the conveyor? Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, so like I said, what I used to do is I'd try to like get all of it covered up and all that, and it's just like, one, the amount of time it takes to do that is not worth it, and two, like it's constantly coming in, right? Okay, so here's where I'd say you're making a bit of a mistake.
Yeah.
Because there's an easy optimization. So what I would do is this. And then like that, and then like that.
Cool.
Yeah. So you still definitely, because this was here, it's like you should definitely go for it.
Use it if I can.
Yeah.
Cool. Does it cost to make the drills, mechanical drill?
Yep. So it costs 12 copper. But because we're launching with full resources every time, we don't really need to worry about that in the beginning.
Okay.
But it's always good because like one of the mistakes I used to make is like I'd be like, oh, I've got all the resources in the world. I go straight to making my defenses. Then I'd run out of resources so much that I can't even make my drills to generate resources. And I'd be like, oh fuck. So that's
Then you're kind of screwed.
pretty much. So this one I think spawns up here. Yeah. So this spawning up here, and I remember this actually is pretty. So unlike the last 2 fights we did where it was a small column, here's a really large area. Right, so there's a couple options you can do. You can either, you know, make a little defense out here and block it up here. But what's not good about that is if you do that, you can't use these resources, right?
Right.
Because yeah, and you probably would want to. So personally, what I always did on this map is I would actually make just a big wall, like, come on, fucking let me click Deberneck. So I would just do like a huge, like, let's say, I don't know, let's go like this. I won't do the whole thing, but just give you an example. So, oh yeah, and what's important is if you put anything built inside the ring, as soon as the wave spawns, it kills everything inside of it instantly.
Okay.
So you don't want to build in there.
Okay.
So yeah, so then I would do something like this, and then maybe like sort of zigzag. Oh, this guy's just a bomber. He's just gonna go blow up. Maybe you should run into him so he doesn't go into our base. Just let him kill you.
That's all you got?
Oh, he didn't even kill you?
No.
Wow. Okay, cool. So I'll leave it at this point, but here's like where I would put a column here. See, this is where I'm making the column. And so I'd finish off the wall over here. Finish that off. And then make a bit more of a column, and then I would set up my turrets around the column, in a sense, if that makes sense.
Okay. You want me to finish off the wall going this way?
Yeah, going down to the bottom.
Okay. Like this?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
So throw down some menders, at least for now. All right, now we got 30 seconds. So start putting down some turrets. I'll start getting us some ammunition.
Okay. And the turrets go behind the walls, right?
Yeah.
Should I mix it up or just do duos for now?
Either way, there's nothing else that we have. Like, you could do scorchers if you wanted, but it would require us to also now get coal and so on and so forth. And it's like, for now, let's go with what we have. Now, see, this is the only duo getting loaded, right? So what you want to do instead is the routers. So now it goes into the duo to the next router, into the duo, next router, into the duo, and so on.
Okay. There's some copper on this side. Should I do the same thing that you did?
Yep.
Cool. So I need...
It's very little. So something you can also do if you wanted would be to do like a router here and pull this all the way over around here.
Okay, cool.
And then you can still use this copper, but just as like additional. So it's like, you know, just do that, and, for example.
Mechanical drill. Okay, cool. And then we need the routers.
You got it. You got it. Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, so now one of the things that's cool because of routers is you can put turrets on both sides.
Oh.
Right, so you can double up on that. Now, on this map, we will see air attacks. And so for air, is the scatter, right? So it's this guy. I'm not going to build a folio. But now, here's where, again, you don't know what the scatter needs for ammunition. So what you can do is click the scatter, and then click the question mark, and it'll tell you ammo, it uses scrap, lead, or metaglass. You see that?
Scrap, lead, or metaglass. Yeah, okay. Oh, and there's different damages for each ammo.
Exactly. And typically, like, the rule of thumb is, like, the more on the top it is, the less powerful it is. The more on the bottom, the more powerful. So scrap is, like, less powerful than lead, which is less powerful than metaglass. We don't have metaglass yet. We do have lead down here, and we also have scrap. So it's not a bit, because we're early in the game, you can use scrap. And one of the things I like to do, especially with air turrets, is something like this. So I'll show you something real quick. So you don't need conveyors to bring resources. Right now, the drill is pumping right into the turret.
Mm-hmm.
You see?
Oh, okay.
So this way now, like, see all the turrets are green? It's because they're being filled by the drill.
All the turrets are green. I don't see them green.
Like the little green square on the bottom right of them. The diamond, the green diamond. You don't see what I'm talking about? Like here, I'll show you one that does not have it. So see, it's red. It's going to turn green. Any second. There, now it's turning green.
Colors.
There's no colors? You don't see a little diamond?
Just...
I wonder if that's a setting. Here, let's see. Game.
Like if I click on the shatter?
No, I shouldn't have to click on it. It should just show you.
No, I don't see any colors on it.
You might not be able to see the indicators. He needs to turn them on. Okay, so someone in the chat just said you actually have to turn them on. Interesting. I didn't know you have to do that. Let's see. Where do you do that? Auto pause, logic hints, auto create saves. Game. It would be in a game for sure. Hey Onyx, do you know where that setting is? Logic hints. Oh, that might be it. Maybe. I don't know. Well, here. Go to. Press escape. Go to. Oh, he said graphics.
Okay, graphics.
Is there what ones are not on? Like, do you see any that are not on? They
yeah,
don't have
full screen, borderless window, display block status.
Oh, there you go. That's it. Display block status.
Awesome. There's also show player positions, show FPS and ping.
Yeah, you know what? Show everything except pixelate. Literally click on everything except for pixelate. I don't even know what pixelate is, to be honest.
Okay.
But I have everything else on.
Thank you, Onyx.
Yeah. Onyx is actually, he's someone that I do PvP with, and he's a beast. He fucks me up every time.
Oh, you can play 1v1s?
Yeah, and he destroys me.
Nice.
All right, so one other thing we'll do, just because we have anti-air turrets on the top, but we do not have it on the bottom. So obviously it would be wise to get some over here. So we'll just do that real quick. It doesn't need to be crazy, like we're not going to run into massive enemies. Because like down the line you'll see there's more like boss enemies that start to happen, but we're not there.
Okay, now I see it. So they're red. Yeah, those ones are red. Yep, the ones up above. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
They're green.
I'm surprised that's not a standard setting because it's so valuable. All right,
it
so
essentially tells you if there's a power source connected to it.
It tells you green tells you it's fully active. Orange, as you can see, the drill means it's on but not working. So right now it's not working because it's full of scrap and it has nowhere to go. But as soon as these turrets fire, it'll reload them. And then red means it's just completely off. There's nothing. There's no ammo in it. There's no nothing.
Awesome.
All right. So now that we have a basic defense, we can start actually working on our stuff.
Okay.
He said 1v1s are kind of screwed with the new update, though. Shooting with logic is disabled, which makes the meta even worse than it was. Yeah, I was just thinking that too, actually, Onyx, where now the Zeniths can just heal out and not get struck by the what's it called? I don't even have it anymore. The big turrets, but yeah, it's pretty bullshit. I'm not happy about it, but at the same time, whatever, it is what it is. Okay, so Manny, I'm gonna get us some lead. I recommend you work on getting us some graphite. If you remember how to do that, I'll let you figure it out.
Graphite. Okay, so we need coal into the router, which okay, so we need coal. Is this little patch worth mining here?
Yeah, so it's a good point. So, and I was hoping you'd figure something out like that. So basically it's like yes and no. On its own, not really. But what you would do is there's also another patch over here, for example. So you can bring them into the same lines to make it worth it.
Got you. Cool. All right, so what do I need here? I need the pneumatic drill.
We don't need the pneumatic drill. That's more expensive, and but it does actually. You know what? But in your case, you know what? Because like you said, you have less minerals there. Using the pneumatic drill would be better because it actually generates faster.
Got you. Okay, cool. So let's see. How am I gonna?
I can't do that anymore. Yeah, exactly. No. It's Zenith bombing with blast, saying that your enemy didn't lose all to bombers. Zenith bombing with blast. I don't know what that means, bombing with blast. Do you mean like with when you have the cold bombs or something like that? Saying that. But yeah, honestly, the whole Zenith thing, I find it just so OP. Like, I'm surprised that that's not what he changed in the meta, is getting rid of Zenith's able to go back and heal. I don't know, I find that just so OP in my perspective. Another thing, as soon as you're done that, we're gonna need power, so we can power up the healing, the menders.
Okay.
Now on this map, and we have sand on this map, so we can make a few things. We can make silicon and paratite. Yes, we can make paratite. All right.
Okay, so we want the silicon, sorry, the graphite press.
Yes, but you also remember you have that schematic.
Ah, okay, cool. We'll make the schematic then. And that's T, or yeah, T, graphite factory. Alright, we'll build the schematic up.
So are you saying that the Zenith literally carry blast compound on them and go and blow up on the core or something?
Can I build something over the pneumatic drill?
Over it? What do you mean?
Like,
like to jump like across, like a bridge?
Yeah, jump over it. So I kind of got jumped. Oh wait, that was.
So what you can do is just wrap around entirely. Oh yeah, there you go. You fix your conveyor, so that's good. And then yeah, there you go, perfect. And then same thing up here actually. Yeah, you always gotta make the direction. Yeah, so you'll learn like how conveyor mechanics work over time.
Okay, there we go.
Oh shit, there's actually a guardian on this level. Oh fuck, we might actually need anti-air pretty big time.
Alright.
Well, we'll get that later though, that's in 10 waves. So there is a bit of a boss on this map.
Ooh. Boss. Alright, come check my work. Let me know what you think.
Revise my work.
Oh yeah. Wait, the graphite press is not working.
Ah.
Why are you not working?
I'll be there in a sec. I'm just rebuilding some walls. I'm gonna here, give me 1 second. I just want to get these menders running so that I don't have to keep checking on them.
Cool.
Alright, coming over. That's working.
There's something messed up about it. Because these ones are red. Why? Oh, that just means
it's not being supplied enough coal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the only way to really solve that is if you could funnel more coal over from somewhere else.
Here, what about these
but I would not recommend this because here's what's going to happen is that as soon as you try to build drills over this, you're going to block this entire alley of being able to source stuff through, which you'll see will happen because we're going to start getting some silicon.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel a cold coming on, man. I'm really stressed. All right, so Cool. So I'm actually in the middle of working on something called pyrite, which is much more complex recipe. Here. No, that's just energy. Which actually, that's the next thing I was going to tell you to do, is power. We need power. I got power, but I want to get you to actually make your own.
Okay.
But here you just got, there you go, new content.
New content.
So this is, see, like, this is much more complex, and it's terrible. This is not a good build, but it's like sand, lead, and coal to build just this one thing called pyrite.
Oh.
But this stuff is really good ammunition. It's basically like fire.
Okay, so you're leading that back to our defenses.
Yeah, which I'm probably not going to use because I'm not going to be able to generate enough for us to make it worth it. Maybe what I'll do is like funnel it onto the backside so that sometimes they get some, which is cool. But that's what we'll do. So, okay, so now, like, assuming I didn't make any power, try to make some power. Generate power for us. See if you can figure that one out.
Power node, copper. What do you put it on again? Like, do I put it directly on a resource?
So basically, you need copper to generate for a combustion engine. So what you would do is like I'll just do one example for you. So what you could do is just directly next to one, and it'll go right into it. Another thing you could do is put all of these drills down and put them all towards here. And a classic thing to do is to like route and then do 3 combustions on the end of it so that it goes into each of them. But then that way you put more drills down, for example. So there's different ways you can do it. The point is you just need to get coal into combustion. However you do that, doesn't really matter.
Okay. But does it matter what you build the power node on?
No, the power node just needs to connect to the power generators. So here, I'll show you right now. Like if I throw it down here, boom, it connects to all 3 of them.
Cool. Okay, so where should I lead this to?
Well, you should get more first, because one single drill is definitely not enough.
I see, interesting.
Now what I want to do really badly is get us some silicon. Let's see. I don't have a simple one anymore. That's funny.
Cool. I think I got this working here.
Yes. And then you just want to connect it to the rest of the power grid.
Onyx said the enemies seem to get close anyway, so you can just use the scorches for a more efficient use of power.
Oh, true. Scorches for pyrite. Yeah, that's actually a good call. Hey, this is why he beats me all the time. No. So this here is a little silicon complex, or a little silicon template. One that you'll definitely want to save. Actually, here. So you should save. Yeah, hold F, and then drag your mouse, and then grab it, including the power node, like the first one here.
Including the conveyor belts?
Yeah, including the bridge and the conveyor belts. So this is where things get really interesting, and there's some people that make some really impressive schematics. Like it's pretty wild. And I'll show you how this one works. It's pretty cool. I'm just gonna route some stuff into it.
What's this called again?
Silicon. So SILICON.
Call it Silicon Valley.
There you go. That's exactly what it is.
Okay, so you can flip the schematic depending how you want it.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Alright. How do you like my map? Does it work?
Yeah, it's working. It's doing its thing.
Cool.
Yeah, I think everything's running. Yeah, you're good. So now we need to get some coal from somewhere else for the silicon. So actually, you know what? We can overflow this. So you see over here, there's like a bunch of coal doing nothing. So I'm gonna pull that over here. Now silicon is a combination of sand and coal and energy. Now here's how this works. It's really interesting. So, and this is just for you to start understanding like the complexity of things. So basically what happens is the sand goes into this bridge and jumps over the belt and comes out of this bridge over here, and it goes into the 2 silicons. So if you click on one, you actually see it's full of sand. And then what happens is this sorter, basically how a sorter works, is pretty cool. So how a sorter works is, if I put coal as what I want it to sort, it will tell it to go out the side if it's not that item. But if I choose sand, then it will go through. If I choose coal again,
you can choose.
exactly, right? So here's now again, you don't have to be creating these complex schematics, but just to give you an idea of like how cool it is that people create this shit, is basically what's happening here is that when it comes out of the bridge, it comes out 3 directions, right? Silicon, silicon, sorter. So what it does, because it's a sand sorter, it pushes through the sand, but then it hits a coal sorter and splits out to the sides, going into the other 2 silicons. You see what I mean? So basically, if I'm the sand, it's like I'm the sand. Yeah, I go into the bridge, I go past this sorter, the sand sorter, but I hit the coal one. If this one was a sand one, it would say, yeah, keep going. But because it's a coal one, it says, oh, no, you have to go out the sides because I'm only letting coal through. So because it goes out the sides, it spits it into the silicon, the silicon smelters. See?
Gotcha.
So it's a really efficient, like super efficient silicon setup because it's basically going in one place and out 4. And then at the same time, on the other side, coal is doing the exact opposite. Coal is coming in, going into the first 2.
I see.
Yeah, so then the coal makes it through that sorter, hits the sand one, sand says, hey, you're coal, I can't let you through, pushes out the sides and into the other silicons.
Wow, that's genius.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awesome. So this is where this game starts to get like really cool. Is like there's some crazy shit schematics that you can get from people, and a lot of the time you'll have fun designing your own, but a lot of the time you just like copy from others and make it part of your game. It's freaking awesome. So we're gonna collect all the silicon because silicon's dope, and I think you're gonna need it to get some stuff in the tech tree. So we're gonna grab all of it. And what we might do actually, I wonder, can I use? Actually, you know what, can you go to your tech tree and see what kind of stuff you should be able to upgrade quite a lot of stuff right now, actually.
Let's see. Microprocessor. I need silicon though. I don't have any.
All right, definitely don't get microprocessors. We don't need that anytime soon.
Lancer. I can't afford it yet.
Lancer
either.
would be good, but yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that requires
Ground
silicon.
Factory. Can't afford. And Core Foundation.
Those are all the ones that are available right now.
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay.
And solar panel.
Yeah, it's not really useful. Is the silicon going to the base? Okay, yeah, it's just not only getting there now. Okay. Cool. So we're going to need to set up a lot of air defenses. So I'm going to start working on that because we have 4 waves left to prepare for that, and I don't want to die.
Okay.
And
I don't want to die either.
90% sure it's air, so I'm just going to go all in on air defenses.
Okay.
So you can actually
anything about the sand? It's kind of.
Oh, you mean the pyrite?
Oh, that's because. Okay, that's because not shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, this is pyrite?
Yeah. And considering how much there is, I might even switch it out from the copper. It's been stacking quite a lot. So if you want, actually, you can do something similar to what I'm doing on the top side with anti-air. So same idea as the duo turrets, right? You just need routers between whatever you're going to try to put in.
So let me see how you have it. That's going directly there.
Yeah, you can use scrap as well, right? You don't have to use lead.
Oh, as ammunition?
Yep.
Okay, so we want scatter.
Yep.
And let's see, I'll build another. I'll try to become what you did there. What do I use as the fuel source for it?
So it doesn't need fuel, it just needs ammo. So basically you put a drill down on the scrap, and then you send the scrap over to your turrets. So for example, here I'll show you just like a quick example. So you could literally, like, this is not what you would do, but like you can, come on. See, like that, and that would start drilling scrap into your turret.
Okay, cool.
All right. So more efficiently though, and because it's a little crowded here, let's see. See what I would probably do, because it's kind of crowded over here, and where I would put those drills, I'd prefer to put turrets. I'd probably go ahead and use this here. So I'd start pulling some scrap from over here instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about this this copper over here?
Well, copper is not going to be useful because copper, you'll see, doesn't load into the scatter.
Gotcha.
So you only want scrap, really. So see, now we're running some scrap over. So if you want to, you can conveyor that over. And then I'm going to actually make this a little bit more spacious.
Can they touch our conveyor belts?
Yes, everything can be destroyed that we build.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Okay, so these have a pretty good range.
Yeah, yeah. So you can do, yeah, we'll see what you want to come up with. Yeah, it's a lot about space efficiency and such.
Oh wait, no, I need routers.
Yes, sir.
Or is it junction?
Nope, routers. Junctions make them jump over things. Routers actually route things from one thing to another.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool. Now, although, like, hey, this is great, but there's no reason not to put more, right? So what I would do, holy shit, that's why a lot of explosive guys. Wah! Ah! Holy crap. This might be a tough last wave. Let's see, can we improve this? Can you research that Lancer yet? Because that would be a very big help.
Research what?
The Lancer, remember you said you couldn't get it earlier? We might need it.
Lancer done. Did I get it?
I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's not fully done.
Silicon.
We are, but it's slow. What's the percentage of it? Oh, yo, yeah, you're right. The silicon's not doing anything. What's going on? Oh shit, it's because we don't have enough copper coming in. Ah! Ah! I mean, not copper, sorry, coal. I'm looking for more coal. I got some here. This is where it starts to get scary, bro. How much more silicon do we need for the Lancer?
We need 1.1k.
Oh fuck, we're not getting that.
It's, yeah, it's a 74% complete.
Well, hopefully we can do this.
Is that like a stronger air defense?
No, it's a stronger ground defense.
Oh fuck.
But now we have our Guardian. Yeah, there it is. He's gonna do something good damage, but we got a lot of anti-air. We should be good. Yeah, there you go. He's going down. Boom.
Oh man, we didn't even touch him.
No, not really. Yeah, so anyway, so something that you tried to do, I noticed that I'll show you just real quick. So you did this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had this, and it's like you almost had it right, but realize that because the conveyors are coming from left to right, they're not going down, right? So what you'd actually have to do is put a router here as well to tell it, hey, go up and down.
Okay, gotcha.
Just like over here, right? Up and down, and then there you go.
Okay, or else it just flows in the direction of the thing. So
Of the
it's missing
conveyor.
bottom one.
Exactly,
Okay.
correct. All right, awesome. So before we leave this map and before we call it a day, I'd like to see if we can produce more silicon on this map. So to do that, how much power do we have? 150. We don't have much power. Basically, let's find all the coal on the map and route it over to where that silicon is. So wherever you find some, just bring it over, even if it's just like the smallest patch.
I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah, there might not be much left. And honestly, you know that spot that you saw earlier where I was talking about would actually get in the way? Let's grab that. Let's grab that because we're not funneling anything over anyway, so let's just go for it.
Do you want the pneumatic drill or the mechanic?
You know what? You could go for pneumatic. That would be more production. So yeah, you could do that.
Okay.
Yeah, might as well.
And where are we bringing it?
to, for now, bring it right to the silicon where the coal is going into the bridge.
Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha.
And that's what's also cool about a bridge is that you can't see it, obviously.
Oh,
But
no, that's not what I want to do.
I mean, it'll work, but it'll be very slow. What's cool about a bridge is that it actually transport items about, I think, like 3 or 4 times faster than this gray belt. So that's what's really cool is that you can funnel, as you can see. Here, I'll actually do it for you. Just there you got it. You can funnel it 3 ways into one, and it'll actually go about that fast through the one channel.
Oh,
so,
wow.
So it's very, very productive in that way. Now here's something interesting that we could do. Because I know there's copper here, right? Sorry, coal. We can try to... Yeah, let's...
Let me see, I'm just gonna go around the perimeter here, see if there's any more we can do. Oh yeah, there's a bit more. Did you intentionally leave this part open?
Yeah. Yeah, for you to grab it. Oh, for you though.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we'll take the pneumatic. I guess we can't avoid getting that, losing that one.
No. Unless you redesign the whole thing, maybe you can, but I don't know, I can't see. Not a big deal though.
So we want this going up here.
Yeah, so we still need more.
We're gonna take the router, put it right here. Oh no, just deleted the router. There.
You probably don't need any routers though where you are. Let me see why you think so. Let's see. Oh, you mean junction?
Yeah, junction.
Gotcha.
Oh no,
yes.
router, right here where I'm standing.
See, perfect. See, this is the exact problem I was hoping that we'd run into. So you see how you did that, and how the coal is actually spitting out on the right side too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So instead, you actually just want to put one like that, and you're good.
Oh, okay.
Now, what would have been even more efficient? Hey, Nonable. I don't know. That's a cool name. What would have been even better is just make it a single one like this, so that you don't even need to have the second one. Yeah, less spaghetti.
Let's see.
You can mention how air units get attracted to power generation. That's true. They will always go towards it. If they find a building in the way, they will get distracted though. That way you can trick air enemies. Yeah, it's true. The air enemies typically actually, so while ground units always target your core, air units typically target your energy, which is interesting.
Okay, so I guess you want to put the air defense close to the...
Yeah, close to the power, or just the power be en route towards your air defense.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so our silicone production is a lot better now. Yeah, it's actually a lot better. It's actually at max capacity right now. So you see, the way to check is, actually, you know what? Oh, whoa, why is there copper coal coming into here? Oh, classic. So this is another classic one. So because a bridge, the exit goes every direction, it's similar to a router. It was actually shooting coal into the sand line.
Oh, okay.
So I just put a junction so that it basically doesn't do that. Now,
Cool.
I'm gonna just do a little something here, add a little bit more sand. In fact, we might even go ahead and do some pneumatics. Come on.
What's the difference between the junction and the router again?
So the router, if you put it down, it shoots things in every direction. The junction skips it over, like hops over. The perfect example is right here. So see, the sand is hopping over and the coal is hopping over, whereas a router would actually make it go in every direction. It would, like if I throw down a router instead, you'll see sand and see coal went down, sand went down. So it mixes, it basically sends it in different directions.
Awesome. Okay, got it.
So now we're pretty much at max capacity. The easiest way to know if you're max capacity is, are you clogging on both sides? Right, so right now coal is clogging on the left, sand is not really clogging on the right. So you could technically add more sand and you would probably have better results. So we don't necessarily have to do that right now, but it's just, that's like a good rule of thumb. In fact, I'm just gonna do it real quick because it's pretty easy.
What is sand made out of? Like, where do you find this?
Yeah, it's a patch. So unlike minerals that are clearly like they're minerals, right? They're sort of patches of sand, and you can see it when you put your mouse over this black stuff. On the bottom right, it'll say dark sand.
Dark sand. Okay.
So if you put a drill on it, it'll show you, oh, look, drill speed, and there's a little sand a ball of sand on the left, right? Whereas if you put that drill, it's actually a really good point. If you put the drill on top of scrap, it'll show you a little scrap icon. If you put the drill on top of a piece of copper, it'll show you the copper icon. So it tells you like, okay, this is what this drill will be pulling out if you put it down.
Can you pull two different things? Like if I put it on the border of no. Okay.
Exactly, and that's really important. The what the game deems to be more valuable.
Gotcha.
Which unfortunately sometimes sucks because that's not what you want. Like a perfect example is if I do, I've got like right here's a great example. So there's one scrap spot of 4, but it's still pulling scrap. But for me, especially right now, I would much rather sand.
Gotcha.
And actually, you know what, Onyx? Do you know? Can I like this is something that I don't know. I don't never figured out. Can I change what it takes? I don't think so. I don't know if Onyx is still there, but we'll see. But yeah, see, this is a lot more efficient. And right now, see, we're already at 1,000 silicon, so you could definitely get that Lancer now.
Oh, we can build a Lancer.
Yeah. Actually, see what other stuff you can research now. You might as well go and grab it.
All right, we can do Lancer.
Oh, you can't even fully finish it. That's hilarious. Fuckers.
Oh, they only allow us to reach 1K silicon.
No, you can go all the way up to 4K at a time. But let's see if there's other stuff worth getting. Core Foundation is pretty awesome. You can't change it. Does he know about schems? Though scrap is turnable into sand. Yeah, I told him about schematics recently. I showed him the actually this silicon one. You copied the silicon one, right?
Yeah.
And then I showed him a good So and then I showed him a graphite one. So he's got 2 schematics so far in his inventory. I wish you could see mine. You'd flip your shit. Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. So basically, obviously, when we leave, everything stops. But what's cool is that, let's say you were to go back to like ground zero for whatever reason, or the next map or something like that, this silicon would continue to produce so that you can research more.
Oh my god, I just saw your schematics on the stream.
Oh yeah, oh that's true. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll put it on now, and I'll scroll down slowly. It's pretty nuts. And I bet Onyx has like twice as much. That's funny. All right, so I guess without further ado, Nonable and Onyx, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Manny, obviously, thanks for playing. I'm hoping that you're liking it. And again, there's a lot more to it, which is really cool. So I'd love to keep playing this with you. So we just kind of keep going along with the map, because I think there's a lot of people that don't know much about Mindustry and could learn a lot about it. And I think this is a cool way to teach them. And yeah, it gets really, really fun. Like so far, the waves haven't been that hard, right? But trust me, they get pretty fucked, especially once you have to actually kill an enemy base. It definitely changes the game. So yeah, without